Hi everyone! I just thought I was in the mood to do a quick declutter. I thought, well, let me just turn the camera on. I like watching quick declutters, and you kind of have to do them when you're in the mood because if you're not in the mood, you're not going to declutter anything. So today, or this evening, I tackled my eyeliners. These are my eyeliners here. So pretty, so pretty. Um, I love colorful eyeliners. I just think they're great to give an eye look a pop or even just to create a fantastic eye look. And, when you find a formula that works with your skin, with your eyes, you should invest in like that eyeliner. I don't think eyeliner is one of those where you have to, like, someone's going to be coming out with like the next best thing in eyeliners. I mean, maybe like a shade or two, but sort of like if you got a good waterproof eyeliner, got a good waterproof eyeliner. And I got some really great waterproof eyeliners. They don't budge. They don't budge. Work great on the waterline. I do have watery eyes, so I'm always on the lookout for that. And so I'll take you through some favorites and some that I decided to part with and why. Um, so if that interests you, stay tuned. All right, so maybe we'll start with the fact that I have a lot of liners. And I'll go through the liners. Oh, listen to that sound. It's even just a good sound, right? Um, I have amassed quite a collection. You will very quickly see what are my favorite liners just by what's on my desk. And so, should I turn this camera around? Is that what I should be doing? Or do you want to see my face? What should we do? What should we do? Um, Maybe I'll turn the camera down. Please hold. Okay, so I hope this is much better. This allows for you to see my collection. Let's see, I have two, four, I have 35 eyeliners. So that's quite a lot of eyeliners. I think this past year, I tried to experiment more with acquiring shades that I felt like I didn't have, which were more on the colorful side. And I tried to listen to some advice that I had seen of like trying some other brands. You will see these silver kind of lidded pencils are all from the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliners, and I have to say those are probably consistently my favorite. They just have some of my favorite colors, especially like everyday colors. And so, yeah, why don't we start with those? I'll point out some of my favorites. We'll see if there's anything worth decluttering. And I probably won't declutter any of my 24/7 liners. Probably one of the reasons I did this swatch was to see if any of them were old, weren't working anymore, needed to be sharpened, and then I tested them again to see if they worked. So first, let's try to just get all the Urban Decay ones. I think I got them all. And let's just talk about a few and my favorite colors. So here, you'll see that for the most part, it's a pretty muted palette. Like I said, these are like my consistently amazing eyeliners. And these are these liners here. So you'll see there's like I have like a kind of a green, which is like a metallic green. Sorry for my nails. Green, a gray, a matte black, matte brown. This is more like a taupey gray, and this is a real gray, pretty copper, goldy bronze, a deeper taupe. And so these are sort of like my tried and true. I will forever have these in my collection, and I love them very much. And that would be Demolition or Perversion is the matte black. Walk of Shame, which is actually a lip liner, is this nude color. which I love to use in the waterline. Uzi is the dark gray. Stash was that kind of metallic green, one of my favorites. Lucky, I mean, look, I even know their colors without even pulling them. Lucky is that copper color right here. Scorch is this bronzy color. Mushroom and Underground are those kind of like taupey, grayed out shades. This one, this one, and this one. So this is Mushroom and Underground. And then Demolition is that really pretty chocolatey matte color. So those are like my core 24/7. They're not going anywhere. I've repurchased them. I've used them up in its entirety. In particular, Lucky and Stash I've used up completely. So they were the liners that kind of got me to the liners that I'm at right now. And then I have a few colorful shades in the line. These are the colorful shades I have, along with this one, which is this Rockstar, is this deepened plum. And I actually think I'm going to let go of Rockstar. I don't think there's enough of a contrast between Rockstar and like some of my browns. And I much prefer, if I'm going to go purple, to go down this route. So I'm going to keep these three, which are Flipside, Overdrive, and Psychedelic Sister. And I'm going to part with Rockstar. So I'm keeping like a million and I'm getting rid of one. That's great. That's wonderful. That's just what we like to see. Next up, another one that I kind of like fell in love with the formula, fell in love with the shade range, is from Glossier, and that is their Glossier Play, their color slides. Let's see, I think I have 6. It's very hard not to want the whole collection of this one. So these are just really interesting kind of, and this is this grouping here. So they're just sort of like this muted, they're just like a little left of center, I would say. Like this kind of mildewy green, this pukey yellow. This is not the shade names, but this is how I think of them. This matte blue is so nice because it's like a real like deep blue. So it's great to pull off navy shades. I think sometimes you pick up a navy eyeliner and it just shows up black. This one is really nice and blue. This one is this like metallic, peachy, soft pink, and it's such a nice like highlighting shade for inside the waterline if you want something a little spicier than just going nude, but you don't want it to be obvious. This one also is this kind of like dirty goldy green, and this one is really special. It's this sort of like toned down aqua, which you see that I have one very similar from ColourPop, but I much prefer the Glossier color slide formula. So the names here, just so that you have them if you're curious. Candyland is that pretty metallic color. The navy is called Adult Swim. Early Girl is that pretty muted kind of teal. Nectar is that pukey yellow. Pukey green is Stable Relationship. And Cash Salad is that metallic green. And they also have some other colors. I tend to not have like reds in my collection or bright like magentas or anything. So, but I do know they have some of those. And I did swatch them in store in January when we were allowed to go in store. And yes, I discovered them there and how nice they really were in person. And that's where my love affair began. So these are all fairly new to me and I've been enjoying them. So I like this set. I feel like it fits this color story and I'm good with what I have. So I'm not going to declutter any of those. Now for ColourPop. Let's do ColourPop. ColourPop I know has like tons and tons of eyeliners. I don't usually collect their eyeliners or anything like that. If I see an unusual color show up in a collection, I will pick it up, but I don't normally I don't go crazy like picking up colors from ColourPop. So these are the shades I have right now. Truthfully, pretty happy with all of them. These are, let's see, these are these shades right here. So that kind of ruddy brick matte red, or matte kind of orangey color. This one is a brown matte. This one is a matte, not a matte, it's a gold, but it's not like highly metallic. It's pretty subtle, but it's a nice it has a nice brightness to it. Then this is sort of like that dupe for that early girl color that I have already from Glossier Play. This one's a little bit more like a Tiffany blue, which I like. And then this one is from the Raw Beauty Christie line, this green, which it's a forest green. It's stunning. I love it. I love it. It's really pretty. So I think from this group, the only one I'm going to part with is that sort of dupe for the color that I like better. Tiny bit greener, but I don't really need both. And so that color is Icebreaker. So I'm going to part with this one. But in my collection then, I am keeping Sunnyvale, which is that brown, Sub-Zero, which is that mustard yellow that has the metallic, Big Splash, which is that brighter sky blue color, Red Rock, which is that ruddy terracotta color, and then Spare Time, which is that really beautiful green. Can't recommend this one enough. I love this evergreen forest green color. I think like it's just flattering on a lot of skin tones. Let's see what else. So these are sort of like my mishmash. Just because I only have one of some brand doesn't mean I don't like that brand. I'll just be quick about two of them. I have these three here from miscellaneous brands. The first is from House Laboratories. This is the color Priscilla, and this is this shade right here. I love the component. I think it's a really pretty packaging. I actually don't love the liner that much. I thought I did, but as I've been wearing it more and more, I realize it's just, the formula is a bit crumbly. It's just a little dry, a little tuggy. It's very vibrant, but it's a little dry and tuggy, and I need something to have a little more smoothness, at least upon application. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and my early 40-year-old eyes, they need some help and tenderness. And so this just tugs a little too much. It's a very pretty color, and I think if you have younger eyelids, this might, I would explore other shades, and this one is actually really pretty too. So on the other side of the spectrum, there's this Pixi color in cobalt blue, and that's this shade here. And now the Pixi formula is gorgeous. It is so creamy, so buttery. I mean, like and the pigmentation is beautiful. I am very curious. So this is the Endless Silky Eye Pen. I'm very curious to try other shades. So if I ever run out of like a shade, or if I feel like I'm really missing a shade, I will definitely go to Pixi first and kind of explore, because I've been very impressed with this one. It's just a lot of the other colors in the line are kind of the more muted colors, and I feel like I already have like such a good muted wardrobe for me when it comes to eyeliners. So I just can't justify it. But nonetheless, it's an amazing formula. If you haven't tried it, I highly suggest the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pens. And then this one was a bit of a surprise to me. I have no idea why I picked it up. I guess it was just affordable, and many people spoke very highly of it. It's the Wet n Wild Breakup proof, waterproof, retractable eyeliner in black brown. And that's this one here. And this one is impressive. I really like how opaque it is. I mean, it is totally, totally like dried down. I'm going to have this image of these swatches on my skin for like days, for days. I know that all of these are really hard to take off. That's why I like them. But I'm really impressed with that shade. And it's a nice coffee espresso brown. It is a good dupe for the for demolition for sure. But what I like about it is just it's retractable. It's, you know, it's just a good to have it in your bag kind of emergency makeup bag. So I really like this, the Wet n Wild makeup breakup proof waterproof retractable eyeliner. Very, very nice. Very nice. Now just the last two formulas that I kind of experimented with this year. The first is from LA Girl. I know how highly so many people spoke of the LA Girl formula. I will say it is quite nice. I was only able to pick up these 4 shades in this neon Shockwave collection. Neon. I know that they have other shades. I think I'm good though with trying shades of theirs, and so these 4 here are the ones that are right here. You'll see this yellow one, it's so crumbly. It's just not it's not performing how I think it should, and when it dries down it just flakes away. So very quickly I will say I will be decluttering Screaming in the LA Shockwave Neon formula. One that I loved is this this one also from the same line called Vivid, and it's this really pretty matte purple. And even though it's a neon line, I feel like that's just a really good purple that would work for so many people. So definitely check this out. I feel like this was just like $1 or $2. I mean, such a good deal. And they have great longevity, except for that yellow one, which now, Next up is the color Fresh. So Fresh is this color right here, which I've sort of like colored over accidentally. And this one's very pretty. It's definitely pretty. It's also very similar to Early Girl. And then I also have this color, this teal here, which is Electric. I think honestly, in looking at them, I feel like I would keep Electric, especially if I'm decluttering the house labs. I feel like Electric is a good standby. And this sort of mint color, I feel like if I'm going to be wearing this tone, I'm going to be going with Early Girl. So I feel like I could part with this. I hope it's helpful to hear the thought process behind all of this. And last in this grouping is the NYX Epic Wear liner sticks. I have 3 colors. I definitely think there's a big formulation difference here. These 2 are sort of like metallic. They have a metallic sheen in them, and this one is matte. This green one is called Emerald Cut, and it's the one right here, and I love it. It's like my desk. It's this kind of grassy green. It's really pretty. And then these are these like metallic kind of pastel colors. This blue one is called Chill Blue, and the lavender one is called Periwinkle Pop. And I don't know if you can see them. You'll see them. They're very subtle. To me, they're a little too subtle for what I would use them for, and so I'm going to declutter those, but I really love this grass green. It's really beautiful. Again, longwear formula. I would be curious to see what other colors they have in this. And And so yeah, so that's sort of my little quick eyeliner cleanup. So I'm getting rid of seven seven eyeliners. I think that's pretty good. We'll obviously reevaluate this at the end of next year, but I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see where we get with all the other um, eyeliners throughout the year. So hope you enjoyed that. Let me flip you around so I can say bye. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing all those beautiful colors and kind of getting an idea of the types of eyeliners I like. And yeah, come join me again. All right, take care. Bye.